minutes to rant, because this is one of my pet peeves, that we don't allow the other side to tell us what they mean, don't mean, because that's what someone did with Marmari. They took a clip of Marmari as he was reciting the liturgy in Aramaic, and in the clip, even me, I was taken aback. He says, it wasn't God that was born from Mary. Now, if you just take that clip and stay there, oh, so he doesn't believe Jesus is God. No, that's not what he meant. What he meant was, God as God cannot be born. God as God cannot die. So, who was born? Jesus was born as a man while still being fully God, and as God, he has no beginning. That's what he meant. You understand what he meant? I don't care how you took it. What he meant was, how can God ever be born? How can God ever die? How can God ever sleep? So it wasn't God that was born, because God as God has no beginning. So it was that child who was born, but that child is still fully God, but it was God who as a man was born, but as God has no beginning. Let them define what they mean. In point of fact, when you hold to Christ being one person with two natures, and if you want to say after incarnation, it's one composite nature. When a Muslim tells you, so God was killed, God was nailed to the cross, God was buried, God was in diapers, what do you say? No, no, no. That's God as man. Oh, so now you qualify it. Isn't that the case, reason, belief, Sam? If I say to you, so wait, you're saying God was killed on the cross?
No, his flesh was killed.
Oh, so you mean Jesus didn't die as God?
His flesh died. God didn't pass away. It was his flesh
when someone dies, we say his flesh died or he died?
He died.
So then, if Jesus died and he's God, so God died? You see my point?
Mm-hmm.
You see my point? So how did God die on the cross, Giovanni? The ever-living one, who is spirit, who cannot be pierced and cannot be killed, how did he die? So God died on the cross, how? Did he die as spirit? Because God as spirit is not physical, corporeal. So how do you kill God and nail God to the cross? You'd say God died on the cross as a man. Exactly. You see my point? Okay, now with all that qualifiers,